I want to let you guys know one of the most misconceptions about reason why people won't get their house checked for termites is because they don't think termites can get into a solid concrete home. That's just not the case. There's so many misconceptions out there and bad information. Listen, brick's going to crack, your concrete cracks. So what happens is, I'll show you what we're treating this house right now here in Northern Virginia, and this is what happens. Look, he had a termite swarm. Okay, this gentleman is so lucky. He had a termite swarm, and there were just winged insects, and they were flying around this area right here, right? He called me, and he called 5 other companies, and I'm the only one that came in here because I've been doing this for so long. I'm the only one that came in here. And of course, this drywall was all up. His contractor took all this drywall down. But I noticed this here wasn't that bad. So I noticed, watch this. Watch the mud fall out. See the mud? That's how you can always tell termites. It's because the mud. If somebody tells you have a termite problem and there's no mud in that wood that's being ate, then they're fibbing to you. There's always going to be mud. Look at all that mud piled in there. Okay, termites bring soil up from the ground, and anywhere there's termites, there's always going to be that mud. But I looked over here. He had a termite tube coming up here. See that expansion joint? This is what happens when people tell me so many times, Rory, I got a brick home. There's no wood around my foundation. I don't have wood around my foundation. That's not the case. You have an expansion joint that runs around this whole foundation. This crack comes all the way around. And these termites, they built their tubes right up through. And this, you can see actually there was a tube coming up in here. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this, folks. He took his drywall down because I found this. No one else, other company found this. He took his drywall down, and look at this. It's not supposed to do that, folks. And look at his garage door. Look at that. That's his garage door. It's completely gone. Then look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look how high. You're talking 12 feet high. Look at this. How far these termites ate this gentleman's house. Look at this. I mean, there's nothing left of that. That's paper. Okay? That is paper. And look at this here. Look at that. Look at all the mud. You see, I was telling you about mud. There will always be soil. All right. The termites, when they eat this, they poop it out their rear ends, and they're going to have the cellulose, poo, and the soil, and they make mud tubes from it. Look at all the mud in there. All the way up. So if someone comes and tells you you don't need a termite inspection because there's no wood around your foundation, every house I treat is a brick, solid poured concrete home. Look at that. That's concrete. So termites, they build their tubes up through the cracks in your concrete. That's why we have to drill all the way around inside the garage. Look at that. That's access. That's for a termite. That's a 747 plane. So easy for termites to get in. Look at this right here. Look at this tube. He had all this stuff stored here, so we didn't see this. Look at the mud tube coming up through. Look at that. That mud tube came right up through the expansion joint, right up into the house. Look at all the mud right here. Termites will build tubes 15 stories high, folks. So don't ever listen to anybody who says your foundation is not wood. It does not matter. This whole house is solid brick around the whole house. So what we had to do is we had to drill every 18 inches because we're using the #1 product
We drill every 18 inches, injecting this treatment. Every hole we drill, we're going to re-cement, make it really look nice. We're going to re-patch these holes here and blacktop sealer over top everything. So the moral of the story is, if you have a home and you're a homeowner and you think you're safe because of brick, you think you're safe because of concrete, you're not. Termites tunnel around brick, steel, concrete. Your house is going to settle between the 7th to the 12th year, folks. That's when you're going to start getting termites. Between the 7th and the 12th year, you're not going to know this is happening because all the drywall, you couldn't see. This drywall looked perfect. You couldn't see nothing. This contractor took it down to see, because I told him, I said, if you take that drywall down, you are going to see some damage. So he took his drywall down. That's what he's seen. Call me, 240-580-0029. If you live in Northern Virginia, 703-981-6811. 703-981-6811. If you live in D.C., Baltimore, 202-977-8840. 202-977-8840. If you live in Maryland, 240-580-0029. 240-580-0029. BugBoysPestControl.com. Bug Boys out.